Hearts and Minds is a UK-wide peer and youth-led community for young people aged 14 to 25 experiencing distress and mental health difficulties. Their vision is to create spaces where young people can freely explore mental health topics and be equipped with new skills. Many young people find themselves engaged in activism, participation, or volunteering work around mental health, but do not get formal recognition of the skills and expertise gained. The intentional peer support qualification is respected internationally and is a fantastic introduction to the world of lived experience, leadership, support, and the survivor movement. About intentional peer support.
IPS is about connecting with someone in a way that contributes to both people learning and growing. The intention is to purposefully communicate in ways that help both people step outside of their current stories.
Why we did the training.
I wanted to learn more about how to support the people that I was working with and find some better ways to respond to distress.
I wanted to do less talking at meetings about mental health and the impact it's having on young people, and I wanted to do more doing about it and getting stuck in and directly helping people.
I really just wanted to enhance my existing skills. I didn't really have any particular expectations.
I wanted to kind of learn a new skill. And also in life, I kind of use peer support a lot.
What we learnt.
I found it very thought-provoking and quite innovative. There are really some radical ideas as to what kind of mental health provision looks like.
I really enjoyed myself. We created a discomfort agreement, allowing boundaries to be set in place, whilst also creating a space where we could challenge and learn from each other.
I really like the co-reflection part of IPS because it means you don't have to handle everything on your own. You have the support of the other people who are practicing IPS with you. I think the most important things that I'm taking forward from the training are how to make my relationships more mutual, how to listen to somebody from a place of not knowing so I don't dominate a conversation by trying to over-relate to their problems, and also how to respond without trying to problem solve.
It's not always your job to fix, but sometimes just to be there for someone, and I think that was really powerful for me. So I will be taking forward the idea of hope-based responses, and I also really liked the idea of worldviews, the fact that you don't have to let go of your own, you can still have your own values and worldviews and hold them dear without letting them go when you're helping someone else, and you can still accept someone else's worldview as their own without letting go of yours.
And it was really a brave space, as Beth calls it, a space where you could share anything and not feel like you'd get judged, a place where we kind of discussed a lot of different things, from like political worldviews to like how we felt and the day, and we had lots of jokes and laughter during breaks.
As a health professional as well, it's about making sure that I'm not becoming someone that they depend on, but rather empowering them to have the tools to look after themselves when we're no longer working together.
Our hopes.
I feel that our current health model is very rigorous on those it chooses to help, but the only way that we can improve is by stepping into discomfort and moving towards something together. That is why I hope to become a counsellor.
On a personal level, one of the things which really struck a chord with me in this training is that I don't have to define myself using medical language if I don't want to. I don't have to think of myself as being ill, and that is making a big difference to how I feel about myself and my experiences.
It was really informative. I really enjoyed it, especially like the presentations at the end were absolutely amazing. And yeah, I would do it all over again if I could, and recommend it to everyone.
My hopes forward are to merge IPS and the medical model within the NHS and see how they can coincide together.
It's a really mind-opening way of thinking about mental health and just the way we see ourselves and the way we view others. It's really just comes down to worldview, perceptions, and I think if everyone did the Hearts and Minds training, the world would be a much more understanding place.
If you're a young person interested in mental health activism, advocacy, and the expertise of lived experience, you can find out more at www.heartsandminds.org.uk. To sign up for the next round of IPS training, visit www.intentionalpeersupport.org. These 5 training places were funded through a grant from the National Lottery Community Fund to NSUN.